We're losing sales. We're losing sales. What are we gonna do to fix this?
I've seen the numbers and as you said.
You speaking is hurting my brain. Let's do battle royale.
I think that's a.
Is that fucking Tim?
I believe.
Shut up, Tim. Open the door.
My lord? Sir, I got you, okay? I know you're losing a lot of money. I know
Too much money.
I know you're stressed right now. But trust me, I got an idea.
Cortana broke up with me because we're losing money. I'm broke. I can't.
Sir, Cortana's not the problem, okay? The problem is that people need something more.
What more can we give them? We've already gave them a show. We gave them a game. Battle royale.
Movies.
How possibly can we do a movie after our show flopped?
Because the show didn't follow canon, okay? We gotta make movies about the games and make them fucking magical.
The games are shit.
We gotta get magical.
The games are shit.
Think about it. Imagine, you think the Halo show's ever gonna show a Halo ring blowing up? You could do that with literally the first movie, Halo CE.
I agree. That's a fantastic.
Shut up, Jim. Please.
And then think, Halo 2.
You know what?
Oh my god, Halo 2.
Halo 2 would be incredible.
Okay.
It's like Halo.
Actors, we need names.
Twice.
We need big faces if we're gonna do this.
For the actors?
Yeah.
Chris Evans.
For who?
You wouldn't even see his face.
Yeah, Master Chief.
I don't want to see your face anymore. You're fired. Get out of here.
Me too?
No.
Okay.
Sit down.
Get the fuck out of here, Jim.
Chris Evans for who?
Master Chief.
Are you dead ass?
Yeah.
Are you dead ass? Get out of here, Jim. You know what? You're fired. Get the fuck out. We're doing battle royale. That's where the bread is at. No, movies can work. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hello everybody, welcome! So like I just said, today we're going to be going over a Halo tier list, but not just any tier list. I'm going to be ordering them in the movies that I think they should be in. Like in the order, I mean. Like, what year will that come out? What year will this come out? And make it the most concise, most canon accurate, and just the most interesting to see in terms of if it was actually a movie. Sorry to look at the camera. I'm kind of back at this, so it's kind of awkward for me. So I gotta, you understand. Anywho, so here's the list. I already have the years laid out because I already know what it is in my head, and I have it written down on my phone because I couldn't remember it all. One day I was just talking to my friend, and he asked me, "How would you order the movies if it was in a movie? Like list them out for me." And I just spitballed. It was like bam, bam, bam. And I was kind of just talking shit, but honestly, I think it made a lot of sense. So I figured, let's make a video about it. Let's just get right into it. Starting off with number 1, Halo CE. You can't start anywhere else. You gotta save the Halo ring. You gotta destroy the... Well, I say save, but he literally destroys it. But you gotta stop the flood, destroy the Halo ring, and make sure Sergeant Johnson makes out alive. Even though Master Chief didn't do that. He just thought everybody died. Somehow, Sergeant Johnson makes it. Next, I think is a bit of an interesting pick, but I think it's gonna go Halo Wars 1. I think Halo Wars 1 comes out a year after Halo CE. Halo CE is 2024, Halo Wars is 2025. But Halo Wars isn't a movie, okay? It's a 6-episode series that streams on wherever it is, probably Paramount, because that's who owns Halo right now. But it's gonna be its own thing that people can watch if you're really into it, to just see kind of a background of the world or the universe. And you get to follow an entirely new cast and get into different Spartans. And I know for the games it was kind of you didn't want to see any of the Spartans at the end of the trilogy, but everybody knows about Spartans in real life, so it's fine to have the Spartans come up earlier in the cinematic universe, I guess. Besides, who wouldn't want to see them fucking destroy some elites on TV? That sounds great. Given hopefully they look actual elites and not whatever this is. But it is what it is. 3 years after Halo CE, Halo 2 comes out in 2027. I don't think there's much else to say here. It's just continuing the trilogy, and it's gonna be word for word, bar for bar, amazing. It's gonna be the exact same, just in a movie format, which will be so fucking epic. Just It'd be so cool. By the way, I'm hoping like the action scenes are like sick in this. Obviously, it won't be like video game action, but it'll be like sick actions. Actually seeing Master Chief being super agile and being like super strong and all that shit. That'd be so fucking lit. Next, after Halo 2, I'm putting in Halo 3 ODST. Once again, for obvious reasons. This takes place, I don't remember if it's exactly at the same time as Halo 2 or after Halo 2. I just know it's before Halo 3, so it just makes the most sense. And this is actually a movie too. It's not like a TV series like Halo Wars, except this movie's just short. It's just a spin-off short movie, maybe like an hour and a half. I'm expecting the first like Halo CE and Halo 2 to be like big blockbusters, but Halo 3 ODST is just like a short one, an hour and a half. You're in, you're out, you cry, you're sad, but then you're like uplifted because 2 years after that you get Halo 3, the end of the trilogy. Okay, for this movie, I want more scenes of Arbiter and Master Chief fucking shit up than we got in an actual game. I want them to like be together destroying tons of Covenant, tons of Flood, working together way more than they did in the original game, because honestly I was kind of disappointed in that. I wanted more Arbiter in Halo 3, but we just didn't get it. Arbiter has to stay goated. Master Chief is already goated. Johnson becomes even more goated too. Like, it's just goats everywhere. But yeah, Halo 3 trilogy ends with Arbiter and Chief fucking shit up. Unfortunately, of course, Johnson still dies on the Halo ring where it all started. You leave on the Warthog run, just bam. You know how the game ends. Just have it go the same. Anyway, after Halo 3, which takes place in 2030, silence for 3 years. Nothing comes out. No movies, no TV shows. And then, quite a risk, Halo Reach comes out. Now I know what you're thinking. Halo Reach? That's not a risk. Halo Reach came out after Halo 3 in like the original games. But no. Halo Reach isn't just a normal movie, okay? It is a found footage film. You're looking through the eyes of Noble Six. All the battles they go through, everything that happens, it's all in Master Chief. So like, just imagine like your Noble Six running away, like in that scene where a cat dies, your Noble Six running away, and then you just hear the noodle shop, but you don't actually see Cat die. You just hear it, bam, and then you turn around and she's dead. I feel like that hit pretty hard in a movie theater, because like in the game you see her get shot and she dies. Like you see the bullet happen, but from Noble Six's perspective, he just turns around and she's on the floor. Like she's just dead. And there's like nothing they could do but just mourn her loss. But even then, they have to keep fighting. I just think as a found footage film, Halo Reach should be so gritty and sad, and just, it'd make a beautiful film, not gonna lie. Then after Halo Reach, you gotta return to the roots. Because after Halo Reach, Halo CE Anniversary came out. So you gotta return to the roots. So that's when I think, a year later, Halo Fireteam Raven comes out. Now this is also just a TV show. It just goes back to the roots of Halo CE. You get to see everything from like a Marine squad, ODST kind of people-ish perspective. You see the conflicts happen, and in the end, you're a key. At the end of the show, they're a key pivotal like reason why Master Chief was able to escape. Like it's not like retconning anything. They're just a bigger part, and Master Chief is, you know, you just see him fly away. Obviously, he makes his cameos in it too, like he does in the game. I just think there's no better place to put it than there. And that'll, since you also see like little pieces of Master Chief, like itty bitsy pieces, it makes people more hyped for when 2 years later, Halo 4 makes his way onto the big screen in 2036. Now, this movie is good. It's a good movie, obviously. It's just basically the same story. You know, they let the Didact loose. Cortana still dies. You know, Master Chief stuck in the ship like how it ended off in Halo 3. Like, all that stuff, everything pretty much stays the same. It's just like the cinematic universe. You just get to see it like from a cinematic perspective. So, Halo 4 basically just stays the same. It's just cinematic. Honestly, I'd say Halo 4 is a pretty cinematic game itself too. So, I think it'll lend itself perfectly to just a movie format. I don't think there's much to say about that one, to be honest with you. These two come out as a mini-series. Now, to be honest, I don't know the order of them. I just know these two like exist. So I'm just putting them there. But I'm just saying their show. Honestly, they might not even be greenlit because who the fuck cares about Spartan Strike and Spartan Assault? But they might be made. If they did, it'd be in 2037. It'd just be a TV show, short mini series. But let's be honest, nobody really cares. Nobody really wants to see it. So they might not even be greenlit. Then after Halo 4, Halo 5 comes out. And they make it right. It comes out 2038 and they make it the correct way. They don't rush it. They make a good story. I'd say the same things still happen, but they just tell it in a way better way than it did in the games. And way more like concise. Honestly, they might just get rid of Osiris. Honestly, just like maybe have them cameo, but make like the story about Master Chief's perspective of seeing like Cortana go mad. I think that'd be a way better story than what we actually got in Halo 5. And they just learn from the mistakes from the game and make the story a lot better in the movie format. It's about Master Chief, you know. You gotta see the sadness through his mask. By the way, his helmet doesn't come off in these movies. Just saying, it doesn't come off. It stays on his head. Master Chief is just Master Chief. He's not anybody underneath that. He's just a guy, a super soldier. He's him. But yeah, they make Halo 5 way better than it ever was in the game. They just do the best they can and it works good enough, okay? And then 2 years later, now this is going to be a big one. This might be controversial to be honest with you, but Halo Wars 2. I'm going to change a bit about this too, okay? This is not a movie. This is also a show just like the original Halo Wars. Obviously, because it has to be a show. Since the first one was a show, this one has to be a show. This one's actually 12 episodes though. So it's way longer. It goes way more in depth on who the Banished are, what they want, on Atriox. It even goes in depth on Escharum and all those heroes that come up in Halo Infinite. And it ties back into the Spirit of Fire and how the Spirit of Fire meets Infinity before the Banished attack them all in Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is just, it ends it all. By the way, Halo Infinite comes out 2041. 40 years after the original game of Halo CE comes out. I'm talking to the day. November, whatever it was. To the day, 2041, 40 years after the original game comes out. That'd be insane if they managed to tie it up by then. I mean, now it's not gonna happen because there's no like ideas of a Halo show or like cinematic universe ever coming out at this point in time. But man, that'd be sick if they could get it 40 years after, even 50 years after. I'd wait another 10 years if I can get these in a movie. Not gonna lie, but yeah. Halo Infinite comes out 10 years, 40 years after the original game. That's the order right there, baby. Clean, I think. I think the way I laid them out too was pretty nice, but let me know what you guys think. Anything you would change? Do you think it'd end up working out if they ever made this an actual like cinematic universe? Because I think it would. I think it'd be sick. But you know, I'm kind of a biased fan or whatever. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace.
And of course I got your back, don't you worry about that now. It's been a good day, good night.